Hey guys, hope you're all well. On with the GS today, so hopefully we'll get a fair bit done. As you can see, my computer's here. I've literally just finished editing the previous video some of you may have just watched. Now I'm straight back on to the next one. So working the clock around as usual. Anyway, GS today, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to try and get all the rear brake sorted out. So we'll be making little brackets for the frame and stuff like that. I've got a reservoir pot I want to make a bracket for and mount, so hopefully we'll get that done. I've also got to probably change the link pipe to the exhaust. As you know, the previous rear sets weren't working, and I really should have done this first, to be fair. Maybe it's a mistake or not. This is the joys of building. Sometimes you sort of plow ahead and then you'll find that something else further down the line don't fit because something you've previously done not allowing for that, if you know what I mean. So I've got to change the link pipe a bit. I've got some stainless bends, so I might also do that today. Anyway, let's get the bike out and get on with it. Right, I think I have a plan at last. So all the other sides done with the gear selector. I'll show you that in a moment. But this side is a little bit more tricky because we've got to get all the brake system obviously safe and working correctly. And obviously we're doing everything that's sort of against the grain and not how the bike was designed. I guess that's what custom bikes are about. So I'm trying to make this work with what I've done here. So I've got to gusset this part of the frame anyway, because obviously we have chopped a bit of frame off coming from here, which would have added strength to the pivot point of the swing arm. So I've got to gusset this up anyway to put strength back in there. It's got to gusset here, so it's going to be strong. So I'm going to mount this because I want to do it as close to the pedal as I can. So I'm still thinking as we're going along. That's why I'm not talking properly. Also, bringing this out will give me a lot more space to do something with the link pipe on the exhaust. The one I've already done may work still, but in fact it won't, because I've changed all this, haven't I? So the exhaust is all going to change. So yeah, we'll cover that bit in a bit. Let's do this bit first. So I'm going to do some mounting point off the gusset I've got to put into the frame there, where this can go. If I put it directly onto the back of there, which is where it would have gone anyway, and create the fixings off the gusset I've got to make, I think. I've sat on this anyway. It's all well away from sort of the inside of your leg. It's fine. I've actually spaced these pegs out a bit anyway as well, so it's all helping. So I think there's not a great deal I can do here, to be honest, with what I've got. So I think this is going to work out all right. And then I've got a little reservoir pot that will also locate, and it's not a bad looking one. I'll show you that in a moment as well. We'll hopefully get that mounted today. So I actually want it on show. So the original one of these would have been back here. That's what was all fouling up with the link pipe on the exhaust pipe. So bringing it out here, it's going to work. It's going to make the job a lot easier for everything really with this, and like I say, the exhaust pipe. So I think we'll get to the drawing board and make a start. A very handy pot of tea bags. And has all the work in here. We'll do it caveman style. No, I've messed that up already. Page 2. Didn't leave enough room for the top bit. Right, let's do that down here. Come on, fat boy, get your head together. Right, that just happens to be the same size as the swing arm pivot point, which is very lucky. And then we'll cut a line in here first, and then we'll trim it to the right angle when we can offer it up to the bike. So let's go. Four inches up. So obviously this bit is the frame on the bike. This is the swing arm pivot point. Excuse my really bad drawings. So at the minute, the frame has an inside gusset here already, which goes like however, which is obviously connected there. That has 2 mounting bolts in it. So I'm going to try and bring the gusset that we're making up to the same height as that, but we can only go so far around. So let's just make some random shape up. So in this bit of the gusset, we've got to do our mounting point for this, and then we'll have a mounting point on here, and then we'll also do like a leg shield across this as well. So it should look right to some, maybe not to all. I'm just going to get the basic shapes, and then we can mess about with that as we go along, and then cut the material out, because it'll be the same for the other side as well, but without the mounting point for this. Hold on, let's get the long rule. Let's get the long rule. A bit more control. I want to draw a curve. It's only a slight curve. So I think if I cut that out, I can, I can radius these edges up and stuff like that. If I cut that out, we'll see if that's going to work. Third attempt. Hopefully this is going to be all right. It's only cardboard. Third attempt. I've got one more chance. One more chance. Fourth. Okay. Right, that'll work. If we bring the top mounting point off that, obviously I'll make it quite strong. Well, not quite strong, very strong. and that's got to be spaced out to there. That's not going to be there, is it, you silly boy? Has anybody got an extra hand? Alright, obviously the plunger coming out the bottom of this is adjustable, so we will have adjustment on the lever there. That's going to work. Obviously I've got a big fat arm in the way, so you probably can't see. That's going to work. And I'll say it's all out far enough. Your leg won't catch on this. I'm making a shield over it anyway, which I will design to hopefully look all right around all this clutter that's going on here at the moment. Right, I think to start with, we'll cut some bits of metal out. This is going to be okay for that over that side as well, but obviously that side we haven't got to have the mount point for this. So how shall I make this? Oh no, I'm going to make this. Let's get on with it. We have visitors. There's that furry guy you all know, and Bodie, and we've got Flo. This is Flo. this is Tracy's friend's dog. So we're dog sitting at the moment. Oh, Flo. Oh, Blue, we're not blowing you out. Don't worry. Blue's so jealous. Look, oh, maybe not today. Okay, you come to sneeze on me, have you? Hey. There we are. Right, are you guys helping? No? You helping? I bet you're not. No, you're just going to stand and bark at me, aren't you, big ears? Eh? So Bodie and Flo were both... All right. Flo and Bodie were both rescue dogs. They actually came as a pair, but with Tracy's friend already having another dog, it proved to be a bit of an handful, and that's how we ended up with Bodie. But they all get together quite often, most weeks, several days a week, so it ain't like they've been parted forever. What are you doing over there, chap? Hey? What are you doing, Bluey? I know what he is doing, hunting for biscuits. Ain't ya? Are you hunting for biscuits, mate? Hey? Come on then. There we go. Good lad. Come on, you pair. Anyway, I've got to get on with this bike. Right, we got 4 of them all marked out, ready to go. So I'll cut them out now and then we'll get on to the next stage. So I'm probably guessing some of you asking, why 4? So you'll see why in a moment. Let me cut these out. We have some shapes. So we got 4 of these. For now, I'm just going to do the side we're working on with the brake, and then I can get on and do the other side later on today or something. So, got a strip of metal as well. So we've got to shape this to put a couple of them together. Right. Hammer. Where's me hammer? Let's have a little hammer. Right, I need to get a curve in this. want it to follow this. So I've got a bit more to do yet. Oh, that's getting close. That's not bad. Right, now down here. Ooh, I think that'll do. We'll just chop this last bit off. Rightio. So what we'll do now is sort of chamfer the edge of this off on both of them and tack this on and trim it up. Just cut that end off there and weld it up and we should be good to go. There we go, that's not too bad. So, I've just made a spacer in the lathe for this brake thing I'm doing. So, I've been over here at the lathe. I've stepped back here, tried it there, turned round, put it somewhere and completely lost it. I've been looking for it for half an hour. I think I need a good night's sleep. Oh dear. How the hell did you do that? It's obviously ran off holding hands with a 10mm socket. Right, when I found this thing, we'll see what the next stage is. Okay, I think I've got it all together. I found the spacer, which would rolled across the top and went under Dan's engine. It took me 3/4 of an hour to find it though. Never mind. Right, it's starting to come together. So we've got that drilled out, we've got the spacers, as you can see that, I've put a bit of tube in here to stop this from collapsing when the spacer's done up on here. The end of this is going to be changed as well, so something a bit more suitable. Right, where are we? In a shed somewhere, I think. These fixings are only temporary as well. to hold everything in place for now. Right, what else we got? Oh, can't you tell it's getting late? I've put that on the wrong way around. I'm in one of them days today. Might be one of them weeks. Right, try it that way. It might work. That's it. So that tube inside there will stop this collapsing. Then that onto there. Right, let's go and have a look. Good old cable tie to just hold it in place while we sort it all out. That's just a temporary bolt through there. Like I say, all this is going to be changed, probably like one of them rose joints or something. So there we go. It still might look a bit off at the minute, I don't know, but I will be making sort of a heel plate round here. I'm going to design that in my head, probably overnight when I can't get to sleep. So I'll probably be on that next actually. But I'm just going to finish one more thing on this before I call it a day. So it's getting quite late. Yeah, let's do that. Right, I'm going to use this bit of 20mm square, trim a bit off this and try and make a nice bracket out of it. Glasses. That's a start. Well, this is slightly too wide, so I'll go and reduce the width, and I'm going to attempt to get a bit of a curve in there, and you'll see where it's going. Right, I've popped a hole in it. I've cut a mark in there now. That's about where I'm going to cut it off. But I've just got to reduce its width. And hopefully it'll be okay. Trimmed it off. It's still a bit wide, but if I set it out on this where I want it, I can trim that down when it's welded on. So I'm just going to go and tack that on and then reduce its width. that's that sorted. We're going to try it on there. Obviously we'll just put it in place with the cable tie and see how it all goes. It's taking shape bit by bit. So we'll only have to have a short bit of pipe straight down and onto that. I say the peg's out enough for this not to be a problem. And I'm going to design a bit of a heel plate that I think is going to do several things, as in hide all this. I'll probably follow that radius there, then bring it out and just do a small piece over here, tapering off, and might put some slots in it or something like that. We'll see. It'll be one of them jobs that I'll definitely make it up as I go along, and we'll get all this all welded in. And obviously that's creating a bit of strength on this part of the frame again now. Yeah, and then we'll have a bit of braided line, and it needs to be a short piece straight off there. I'll probably just quickly make some carriers on the swing arm for it and straight into the caliper. So there we go. That's both sides pretty much done now. I just got to weld that other gusset together, which was a 10 minutes job. And that's a nice job ticked off the list, that is. So I should be finalised that by tomorrow. So yeah, we're getting very, very close. We are. So there we are. I'm tired. I've actually enjoyed today. I have. I just kept my head down and kept going. But I'm going to hopefully, because Dan's bike, all that stuff's going to the powder coats tomorrow, and I'm going to try and get it so when that is all done, I'm very close to dropping all this stuff off as well for this bike. That'll be nice. And then as I'm building Dan's bike up, this will be getting powder coated and get that back. We're getting very close to getting 2 bikes out of here gone, and we'll have a bit more space then, and I'll be happy about that. Anyway, I'm tired, I really am, so I'm going to call it a day. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.